Okay, let's try this again. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd come back today with a new video going over my November favorites. It is, as I speak, December 1st. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. December 1st. That's wild. But we're here. We made it. We are healthy. We are finding our happiness. But we are here. We are here. And we're going to talk about my November favorites. I'm going to talk about everything. Let's talk about some beauty. I have some clothing items that I've been loving. I even have some food. Some food. Yes, food. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into what I've been loving in November. Okay, so let's start with beauty first. So the first thing that I've been loving in November is this new NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. So they just launched this maybe in September, August or September. So it's been out for a couple of months, but I just picked it up in the month of November. And when I say that this foundation is probably my new favorite foundation. I love it because it's full coverage. I stan a matte foundation. Stan it. I love it so much. The finish is so good. Now obviously if you have dry skin, I would not recommend this because it is matte. Like, it's a softer matte foundation, as in the title, soft matte, but it can still be kind of drying. So if you have more dry skin, I would not recommend this for you. But this just makes my skin look phenomenal. And I mean, NARS, to me, I have never tried a complexion okay, product from NARS that I didn't like. Love their concealer. The other foundation I love from them is the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. Like, this was my go-to for a while, but this, she's kind of it. So it's a soft matte, but it's still full coverage, but it just feels very skin-like. So I'm actually going to be very interested to see what this will do in more warmer weather, because that's really when I like more matte. Actually, that's not true. Nah, but I mean, I'm curious to see what it'll do in warmer weather, but I do like more of a glow in the summer, so it doesn't matter. This foundation is awesome. I love it. Yeah, I mean, it's NARS. Like, I don't feel like they've ever done a complexion product that's bad. I think there was one launch that they did that had, a lot of people didn't like it, but I still loved it. So I don't remember what that foundation was. It wasn't Sheer Glow. It was something else they put out that was supposed to be more like skin-like. But anyways, this is it. Okay. So the next beauty product that I have been loving is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. It's so tiny. So I bought this, the travel size, because at the time that I bought it, I think I talked about this in the haul where I picked this up. They didn't have the full size. So I picked up the travel size, which I thought, great, because then I can try it out. If I don't love it, I didn't spend money on a full size product. But I loved it a lot. And I went and bought the full size. So I've just been using the travel size because obviously we're gonna travel nowhere. So since I already opened it, I might as well finish it and then I'll open the full size. But I've been loving this mascara. The formula is great. I think more so I like the wand and the bristles on the wand the best. I'll do some close-ups of this so you can really see it, but it has like this comb on one side, and then it kind of has like this oh, I can't speak. It has this comb on one side and then an hourglass shape on the other, so it really gets in between your lashes, and the hourglass side to me like curls the lashes really well. And I have short little nubby little lashes, so I feel like the comb side really gets in there to like separate, and then the curling side gets in there to like lengthen. So it does like a 2-in-1, and I love it. And the formula is great. It lasts all day. I don't get raccoon eyes. I love this little guy. So good. And I believe it doesn't say on the tube, and obviously I don't have the box anymore, but I believe that brand is cruelty free and vegan. Oh, don't quote me. If I got it wrong, I will let you know down here, but I believe so. It's cruelty free and vegan and clean beauty. So all right, if you don't know and you haven't been watching my videos, this eyeliner from Rare Beauty, listen, I have been looking for a new liquid eyeliner for quite some time. My like all-time favorite was what was that brand? It was like $3 at the drugstore. It was, I think, NYC something, not NYX, not NYX, but it was like something NYC. And hands down, they made the best liquid eyeliner, and then they discontinued it. And I still feel some type of way about it. And I've tried a lot of different liquid eyeliners. I've tried Kat Von D, I tried a YSL, which I actually loved the YSL, I think it's Super Shock eyeliner. That was pretty good. But nothing that really I just loved until this guy. The Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Liner. It's shaped like a pen, which I think is so cool, like a little calligraphy pen, and it's so easy to use. Like, it's so liquidy. It does like zero pulling, zero tugging. It's just so easy to glide across your eye. I haven't tried any like super graphic looks with this, but I think I might attempt that next. I just love it because it's easy to use, and it's almost like one of those like paint pens, so you can like shake it to kind of mix it up and get more liquid to the bottom of the tip and then go over it. That would be my one recommendation. I feel like if you use it and then try to go over the black line again to darken it without shaking it up and getting more product out, it will get a little tug, a little pull, but you just need to shake this little bad boy up, get some more liquid down there, and then you're good to go. I love this thing. I feel like I will be a stan of this for a long time, and I'm actually hoping that she comes out with more colors. Maybe in the spring and summer she can do like more vibrant colors with this eyeliner in the same formula, the same like pen shape, but it's just so cool. It's like a calligraphy pen, and I love. Every time I use this, I always say, Selena girl, you did that, you did that. And I'm gonna say it again. Okay, I'm sorry, my coffee is kicking in. So the next product is this Tower 28 gloss. So I have the shade Almond. Yeah, the Shine On Lip Jelly and Almond. Now, I am not a gloss girl. I have it on right now. I'm not a gloss girl, okay? Let's be clear. Glosses aren't really my thing. They never really have been. Maybe when I was like 12, 13, you know, you used to get like those rollerball glosses. Like, those are fun. Like, I like those. But I've always been a matte lipstick stan. That's always been my thing. So, obviously I have, not obviously, I should stop saying that. But I've been using the Fenty Gloss Bomb. Like, when those came out, I was like, okay, I can get into glosses. I can do this. And those were really the only glosses that I used. Again, I was still more into matte lipsticks. And then I just kept seeing all this hype about Tower 28 Beauty and a lot of their products, not just the glosses. And I saw so much hype about it, and during the VIB sale or the holiday sale at Sephora, I finally was like, all right, let me just buy one and see what the hype is about. This right here hits different. Like, it hits different. It's just so, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it goes on so buttery smooth, and the shine, it's just so soft. Like, I really don't even know how to describe it. It's just so beautiful on the lips. It really transforms your lips and gives them a flawless finish. Like, it's hydrating on the lips. I mean, you barely see any like lines and texture on your lips when you have it on. The color it goes on not too sheer, because I definitely see a color difference and a little bit of a payoff. I'm like looking in my mirror to like look at my lips, but it's just so glossy and beautiful, and it's not super sticky. I mean, a lot of product comes off on the applicator, and I like because it's like a flat applicator on both sides, so a lot of product comes off on this, but once you put it on, it doesn't feel super gloopy and sticky. It just has like this beautiful finish. It's super comfortable. You barely notice it on the lips. Like, I love this gloss. I definitely want to get more shades, more colors in this. It's such a beautiful formula. And oddly enough, like, now I want to try other things in their line. Like this, I think it's a good introduction to Tower 28 for me. And I really want to kind of dip into what else they have. But this, I can see myself using this entire tube, which is unheard of for lipstick for me. Like, I own so many lip products. It's rare that I get to the bottom of a tube. I think I did use up all of my Fenty Gloss Bomb, the very first one that she came out with. And then I bought another one. So I see this being up there where I'm actually gonna use this entire tube. I just love it. It's just so nice. Look at my lips. Like, I mean, come on. So the last beauty product I want to talk about is this. So this is the Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity eyeshadow palette. So this was her holiday eyeshadow palette that she came out with. When did she release this? October, I think? She released a whole holiday collection, and this was the palette that first came out. And then she put out these quads. I think, I'm not sure how many she put out, maybe 3 or 4 of them she put out. But I invested in the big palette. I've always wanted a Pat McGrath palette, and I felt like this was the best value, because Pat McGrath she's up there in price. And then she is up there with the coins. But the value of this, with how many shades you got and the price, was like a no-brainer. I mean, I love this because I used it in a video. Oh, sorry. I used this in a video last month. I'll link it down below, but it was just my using this for the first time kind of a video. But I mean, the shades in here are beautiful. The quality of this palette is fantastic. Typically, I notice with some brands, with their holiday collection, they go a little bit on the cheaper side of things. Like, the quality isn't as good. But this, the quality is, again, I've never owned a regular full price Pat McGrath palette. This is my first one. But for what it is, the quality is outstanding. They're so buttery to use. They're so easy to use. The shimmers in here are beautiful. Like, it's just, I love this palette so much. And for me, like, I don't create a lot of like glittery, beautiful looks a lot. I keep it pretty simple. And this was so easy to use. Like, I literally only needed 2 shades to really make a beautiful eye look. So I highly recommend this. I know it was selling out at Sephora, but if you can get your hands on this, I would. It's such a good value. The quality is outstanding. I'm a stan. I love her. I love her. And I will link the video down below where I use this, so you can kind of see like some of the color payoff. I created 2 looks using this palette, so I will link that down below. Alright, so that's it that I had for makeup. So let's talk about food. Okay, so I picked up during the holiday Sephora sale, I picked up this cacao turmeric latte blend from the brand Goldie. And this right here, I was a little worried about it because I've never used like a turmeric like powder in any of my foods or coffees or anything. So I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. But this, I don't know if it's because it has cacao in it, but This is so good. It's so good. Like, lost my train of thought. The way that I like to make this is I've been making it as almost like a hot cocoa. So I've been making oat milk and I'll heat that up, boil it over the stove, and then I'll put in 2 teaspoons of this and mix it together. And then I found this like coconut whipped cream that I'll like put on top, and it's so, oh, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. It is a little pricey, so I think it was $29. But you do, it does say 30 daily servings, so if you use it the way you're supposed to and only do like teaspoons and not these big scoops, I think you'll get your 30 uses. I feel like I'm halfway through the pack and I've probably had about 15 of these drinks. I've also been mixing it into my coffees in the morning if I do hot coffee, and I'll just like mix it in and use my what is that called? What is that? It doesn't matter, but I'll like blend it together in my coffee, and it's so good. It's so good. And not to mention, this is a Black owned business, so I don't need to say anything else. Okay, so I'm interested to try other things. I'm definitely repurchasing this. Like I said, I'm halfway through, so it's about time to order a new pack. But I know they have other ones like matcha. I think they have just like a turmeric one that doesn't have the cacao in it. But they have a couple of other like superfood blends. But this right here is so good. It's so good. Okay. So of course I'm gonna talk about coffee. Like, this is me we're talking about. And I drink coffee like it's water. Okay? Which actually isn't good. It's not healthy. So we're gonna talk about my favorite iced coffee, okay? I literally just pulled this out of the fridge, but this right here, this La Colombe cold brew, is so good. It's my favorite, hands down, my favorite iced coffee that I've ever had. This is the medium dark roast, and it's unsweetened. I've only seen, I pick it up from Whole Foods, I've only seen in store it comes in a yellow bottle, and I think it's a medium dark roast, but it's sweetened. Don't quote me on that, I don't know, but I know it comes in a yellow bottle. So they have this one and the one in the yellow, but this one, it's just so good. It just mixes well, because I like to add like sugar-free flavorings in my coffee, and it mixes so well with other things. I've also tried putting my Goldie cacao turmeric with this, and like blending it together, and that's been pretty good. It's just, it's so good. I'm not really good at describing coffee. I just know when I taste it, I'm like, good. So I've been loving this La Colombe coffee. If anyone knows where I can find like the bigger, I know it comes on like the big like paper like box of it, because these bottles are kind of pricey. I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of expensive. But this is so good. I know going into winter, like I'm kind of slowing down on my iced coffee drinks. I usually only drink iced coffee at home now, and I've been making hot coffee to go like when I go to work. But this, I've been drinking this for 3 or 4 months now, maybe even longer, probably since the summer, and this is it, okay? This is a jam. I think before this I was just drinking the Starbucks medium roast cold brew, and it's good, but there's just something a little bit more fresh about this one, a little bit more crisp, if you will. Like I said, I don't know how to describe coffee. I just know that I like it, and if you are into medium dark roast coffee or cold brews, I would give this one a try. But La Colombe, and this is the unsweetened. I like getting unsweetened, so then I can sweeten it to my liking. I don't know what they use to sweeten their coffees, so I always get unsweetened, so then I can do what I want to do with it, okay? So, but I like this a lot. So tasty, so good, and it's actually time for me to buy another bottle, so excuse me while I go put this back in my fridge. Okay. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about is just this clothing item that I picked up last month. Yeah, last month, it's December 1st, that I've been loving. So if you watched either my fall fashion haul or my top 5 fashion trends video, I talked about the shacket, and I picked one up in my fall fashion haul from H&M. It was like blue, checkered. Love it, love everything about it. But then H&M hit me with another one that I had to have it. They came in with the 1-2, and it's this guy here. This guy right here. I'm taking my finger. I love this thing. It's just this. Okay, so compared to my blue one that I have from H&M, that one's a little heavier, and I can wear that more like a coat. This doesn't, it's not lined, so there's no lining on the inside. So I would wear this as like an actual like shacket, but it's really super long, similar to my other one. I loved the colorway of this one. I think it matches a lot of my closet a little bit more than the blue. So that's why I like that one for more of like an outerwear piece that I can like take off. And this one I would keep on and wear a coat over it depending on the weather. But I love this one. I think it just feels nicer. It's not as woolly. It's like a little bit softer on the skin. It's not super itchy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like when I put it on with a short sleeve shirt, it's a tinge itchy, but it's not super uncomfortable to where I can't wear it with short sleeves. But I just really love the colorway, and like I said, I feel like these neutral tones go a little bit better with my closet, but it's just so comfortable. I mean, it's so easy to style. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just a great layering piece, and it totally reminds me of the Isabel Marant one, especially the one she came out with this year from her Isabel Marant, what is it called? Isabel Marant Etoile line. There's one she put out from that feels like very similar to this. So I'm not sure if this is still available. When I went to go buy it, it had like all the sizes were available online. Oh, and it has pockets. I forgot to mention that. There's pockets here, okay? And there's some pockets on the chest. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's still available online. But when I went to check, I don't know if people just stopped shopping on H&M, but there was a full size for this, which I felt was kind of surprising. And the price was really good. I want to say it was $49.99. I know it was cheaper than like I'm looking at my blue one hanging up right now, so I keep looking to the side, but I know it was a little less expensive than that coat. But I love this. It's just, yeah, okay. Okay, so that is everything that I've been loving in the month of November. So it's wild to me that it is December, like wild. But here we are, a new month. Hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. You got time to spend with your family and friends, whether it was via, you know, Zoom, since we couldn't really have a lot of interaction this year. And hopefully this month will bring a lot of joy and renewed inspiration to you all. That's what I'm hoping for this month. I'm hoping for a renewed spirit, renewed joy, and just having a peaceful December. Please, God, please. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And that's all, folks. I will see you in my next video. Bye.